So like my last video where I broke down why Dana White is letting Jon Jones not fight the interim champion Tom Aspinall, this is the meaty stuff nobody's talking about, so follow along. Jon Jones has been boggling the minds of people lately. Even his former rival Daniel Cormier is saying there is no way he is afraid of Tom Aspinall. He must be trying to secure a bigger paycheck for himself. Because the optics are just that terrible. We have never really seen a duck on this scale in the UFC before. Then the GOAT of the UFC is doing these types of antics. If he had just fought Tom Aspinall and lost, people would have just said he was old. Look at Anderson Silva. He has 100 losses, but people don't care about that. It's Jon Jones' ego. He came up to heavyweight because he was getting older and saw deficiencies in everyone's grappling the weight class above. Then Francis Ngannou showed he had some takedown defense against Stipe, and him moving up got delayed. I can maybe give Jon Jones the excuse that maybe the UFC didn't want him to fight a Francis Ngannou because he was not resigning the contract, but there's nothing here. But I figured out Jon Jones' master plan and how optically he will save himself, how he will easily manipulate the fickle fans into not caring about the duck. This goes back to Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blaydes. Jon Jones was tweeting out he is the guy for breaking down fights. Curtis Blaydes will take Tom Aspinall down and ground and pound him. We saw how that played out. Tom KO'd Curtis in the first round. People called it controversial at the time, but another angle showed Blaydes go limp. And there Jones let his duck plan slip. If Tom Aspinall lost that night, and I know I'm right here, the fans would have acted like Jon Jones beat both guys on the same night. How could Tom beat Jon Jones, the GOAT, if he can't beat Curtis Blaydes, who's not a GOAT? That's how the mind of a combat sports fan works. If you think logically that styles make fights, but people are attached to the, well, number 4 beat number 2, so number 2 and 4 can't beat number 1 rankings in their head. Picture this, Dominic Reyes never fought Jon Jones and went on his 4-fight KO loss streak. He'd literally be used as the, remember people said Johnny Walker could beat Jon Jones? Styles make fights. Jones didn't have the power to keep Reyes off him. So think of this, the longest heavyweight title defense streak is 3. Think of all the good heavyweight champions we had. The longest is 3. It's just too easy to slip on a banana peel at heavyweight. Tom Aspinall is basically on his first title defense now. He beat Sergey, defended against Curtis Blaydes. The chances of him losing are skyrocketing with every fight. Jon Jones retires as number 1 or fights Alex Pereira. He probably wins that one. All Tom Aspinall has to do is lose within his next 2 or 3 fights. People will 100% say, you guys thought he'd beat Jones? Anyone who thinks I'm crazy right now has not been a boxing fan. I saw Tyson Fury dodge everyone, and after every top heavyweight lost, oh, imagine what Wilder would do. Imagine what Tyson Fury would do. I had to suffer through that for like 3 years. The average combat sports fan thrives off optics. So this is Jon Jones' master plan. Look at the stats. Longest heavyweight defense streak is 3. Aspinall is likely going to lose soon. Wait for that and gloat on Twitter. Nobody cares about the duck anymore now. I hope I broke some news to you that you can use here. Let me know your thoughts. I'm off.